Hey, welcome back to Random by Mr. Jones. I had to get a new phone. Sorry, it's been a couple days. Um, Promised you some embalming stories. So, now this one is actually my first speeding ticket. I was about 22. I was in Little Rock. And so we got this guy. He was jaundiced, bad. Dude was yellow. His whites of his eyes were yellow. So we use this embalming fluid that's called Jondabomb. Yeah, okay. But it's supposed to correct the skin color for those people, those yellow people. Well, we gave him that. You know, of course, I cut his neck. It's carotid, and it's other thing. Anyway, so we load him back to the truck, and I go. I first hit a convenience store. I wanted to get a soda, smokes, of course. And I saw these people staring. They're like looking in my truck. It was a Suburban. White one. So I shoot him off. I was like, hey, go, kid. I got a load to take, right? So I look back at him, and this guy's green. He's like a light green at this time. So I haul ass to the funeral home. I was going about 85, on the freeway. I got pulled over. He comes out. You know those southern state troopers? Got the big old mirror glasses. Yeah, that's what he had on. You know why I pulled you over? I said, yeah, I do. It's an emergency. I got a body in the back. And he's like, he pulled down his glasses. You got a what? Yeah, I got a body in the back. Hey, I'm taking him to the funeral home. This guy's turning green, and that's why I'm in such a hurry. Okay? I know I'm speeding. He goes back to his cruiser, right? Whatever. Takes a sweet ass time. Comes back, still gives me a speeding ticket, even if it's an emergency. Alright, whatever, dude. It was like over $100, man. And he says to me, that guy's pretty green. I look back. This guy is darker. This is Incredible Hulk green. I was like, oh shit. Alright. And then he says to me, hey, let me escort you. Where are you going? I said, funeral home to the right, 2 miles down. Alright. He takes off. Guy was going faster than I was. 85? Yeah, try 95. Down the freeway. And I had to follow him. Okay. He still gives me the ticket. Fuck. Anyway, we get to the funeral home. He blows freaking past me. I slow down and turn in. So the owner of the funeral home comes out to greet me. I was like, oh, fuck. We're pulling him out of the back on a stretcher. Wheels come out. First words she said to me, and I quote, "What the fuck?" I said, "Hey, dude came in jaundice. We gave him jaundice bomb. Sorry. He's got a viewing tomorrow morning." And I was like, "What?" Well, I don't know. So we're heading in. And then we're putting them on the table. And that's a different table than the bombing table. It's beauticians try to work on them. But she said, "So what exactly did you use on this guy?" And we were inside, and she had all her powders and embalming fluid and suction and scalpels, all sorts of shit. I saw it on her shelf. I said, "That one. We use that one. John the Bomb. I told you. Right outside." She said, I don't know what we're going to do. He's got a view in the morning, and the beauticians are going to shit." I said, "Yeah, I know. I knew that when I brought him in. I'm so sorry. But I have to go. I got some more bodies to pick up and embalm, because, it's my job." So, anyway, now, if you guys out there, or you girls, want a real bonding moment with your dad, you can call him Pops, whatever, your father. I got one. Still 22. This little girl comes in. She looked just like my daughter at the time. I couldn't do it. I told my dad, "Hey, I can't do this. I can't cut her open." He said, "Why?" I said, "Didn't she look like my daughter?" He said, "Yeah, she does." Alright, go play on the computer, whatever. I'm just have a cigarette. But I'm going to tell you, I had a little boy that came in that looked just like you. I couldn't do him either. If that's not a bonding moment, damn, I don't know what is. Another story. I had twins come in. Twin, Spanish, Mexican, whatever. They were that big. I can fit both of them in the palm of my hand. So we just put them both in an urn together, and just poured embalming fluid in it and sealed it. So, yeah. There's this guy. Okay, he was at work. He's not the one who died. But imagine calling this guy and telling him what happened. I got a little boy, a little girl, and a grown woman, all in the same delivery. their house caught on fire. They all died of smoke inhalation. None of them actually burnt, so thank God. Well, somebody had to call this guy and tell him. Now he's homeless. And has lost his whole family. All in one day. He went to work that morning. Now his whole family's gone in his house. Okay, so we gotta move on. We had this big guy, big. It took 3 of us to lift him up onto the embalming table. And this guy looked fine. I was like, what? This dude died of a heart attack or what? What are we doing? And my dad said, hey, you never told me how this guy died. Well, he was at a party and he was having a cigarette. Yeah, but he was drinking heavily, right? Passed out, cigarette on his chest like that. Cut his shit on fire. And my dad, he's like, see, son, smoke gonna kill you. Do you know my ex-wife, she was my wife at the time, and she comes in with lunch, but she didn't know I already grabbed lunch. And I'm sewing this fellow's neck up, and because I had a cut in the leg. Starter out shit, But my dad was getting ready to plunge this spear. It's a suction spear that you go to the left of your umbilical cord and you drain the blood out of the heart and other organs, because they don't come out when you cut the jugular. He's waiting, she's talking, and he's like, son, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I was like, all right. And I'm eating a sandwich. Honey, I already got lunch, okay? How can you eat while working on the body? Oh my God. And my dad, at that point, plunged the spear into this guy to drain the rest of the blood. She freaked out. She screamed. She ran out the door. Then, later that night when I'm at home, she says she's scared of me. Why? You can kill me and our daughter and put that we died of an accidental fire or whatever on the death certificate. I said, you know, I could, but hey, babe, I wouldn't kill you. I certainly wouldn't kill my daughter. So that was her little conspiracy theory there. Well, you know what? This guy comes in. He was actually burnt in the fire. Burnt. I mean, I'm talking down to skeleton. His bones were charred. You know, that's all we could see on this guy. Except his feet. His socks and boots protected his feet. So we have this skeleton with feet. So in instances like that, we have embalming powder, and we just filled the coffin. I don't know why someone would, preserve bones, but I'm guessing it was because of the feet. Alright, guys. I got more embalming stories later, but it's getting late, so all I gotta say is this has been random.